Hey everyone, DamageZombie here again with some more updates on things for Warhammer and World of Warcraft comparison. This one specifically to answer some things I forgot to talk about in my last video about Warhammer. One of the big features I can't believe I didn't talk more about was guilds. In Warhammer Online, you can actually level up your guild. That's right, your guild gets XP. How do you get XP? Mainly, it seems so far by doing battlegrounds or scenarios and open RBR. Public quests seems to affect it a little bit too. I've still been a little bit fuzzy on that. Anyway, you can get all the way up to I think a level 40 guild. Every time you level up, you unlock new features for your guild, such as a calendar for actually scheduling events that everybody can see when they log in, a guild bank, the ability to post up auctions through your guild bank and auctions that are visible only to your other members that your guild has, the ability to, if you so chose, tax your members so that a little bit of every bit of money they get would go to the guild bank. Again, this is optional, you don't have to do it. I don't imagine too many guilds that would want to do this, but maybe if they're trying to save up money for a really nice upgrade for their guild bank auctions, or I think you can actually get housing maybe at some point. That's still rumored from when I was talking to the guys at E3. Still rumor, want to stress. But you also have the ability to set, once you get to a certain level with your guild, to have guild tithing, meaning that individual players can say they want a certain percentage or amount of every gold or coins that they get off monsters or loot to be donated to the guild. So there's many ways to help support your fellow members and contribute to the guild and unlock cool new features. Another feature that I forgot to just talk about was the ability to get standards or big flags that you get to hold as you go into a battleground. Much kind of like in World of Warcraft, being in the area of these standards will give you different stat bonuses. So far it looks like health buffs, but it seemed like there was a whole lot more that I haven't even gotten to look at yet. So that was one of the coolest features I forgot to mention. Another cool thing that I haven't really got to experiment so far, but there is indeed crafting in this game. So far, I've only messed around with alchemy and cultivation. I can't say that right. I've been able to find plants and pieces off of monsters, plants in the wild, and combine them based on... it's broken down to main ingredients, second ingredients, and other. Kind of reminds me of the Elder Scrolls series where you can make potions, especially Morrowind. And depending on what you put in, you get a different potion. So far, there's no set recipes that I can tell. There may be, actual quote recipes, but you don't know them until you figure out, oh, putting X and Y will give me health potion or something. So far that's cool. I hear some complaints though from people that later on, not so fun, but we'll see. Another one that I've just started to look into is cultivation, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, can play into herbalism, alchemy sort of thing. So still testing that out. That's another cool feature. Trying to think of any other things to talk about. The auction house. I did actually get to see the auction house. It's similar to WoW's, but it's different in the sense that it seemed like there was a lot more filter options, and I was able to, find specific items really quick. I'm not sure how that'll keep working for me later, but I visited it once in the Inevitable City since I play a Chaos Zealot, and it worked out pretty well. I found the auction house really easily because another feature of the mini-map, they had for me anyway, very distinct icons on the mini-map, which let me see what type of NPCs were nearby, and I could filter that out and have multiple filters going. So if I only care about, say, people who can repair me and or buy stuff off me, I can see them on the map. Or maybe I just want to see where the nearest mailbox is, I can do that too. Or I can see both. You can actually customize that. Along with another thing I forgot to mention about the UI, you can actually reposition parts of the UI on the screen and resize them as well. You're not stuck to just resizing them in a set location, which is pretty cool. You can come up with some pretty nice customizable locations. The one complaint I kind of have so far is the chat system. It uses the same window like World of Warcraft, but right now I do see a lot of to me, unnecessary text that just flies through. I'm sure there's a filter to get rid of that. Again, I haven't been able to find it yet, but minor annoyance, but not that big of a deal. So far, that's my second update to information on Warhammer that many people have wanted to know, but didn't want to buy it or test it, or just wanted to Google YouTube videos and find out. So now you know. Leave me comments or questions. I'll try and answer them. If I haven't mentioned before, I've actually been not only a tester for many games, but I've also been a video game salesperson for over 4 years now, and I've been to E3, so I have a pretty good knowledge. If you have any questions about any other games or requests, I'll be glad to make a video and tell you all I know.